Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. This is Peanut. This is Daryl. That's my stupid Ram. That's Marv. That's my other stupid Ram. Anyway, I haven't been real quick on content lately because I've been doing a lot of miscellaneous projects and a lot of just, things that have to be done. The Ram got new wheel bearings. For instance, I rebuilt the injectors for Marv. Just going to give you guys a quick update, really. No great tech information or anything on this video, but, I'm out here working still. Stop it, dude. I picked up a ranch hand for Marv for $300 the other day. I posted pictures of that. Looks like somebody stashed me a piece of corn here. Appreciate that. Thank you, squirrels. The squirrels send their regards. I threw the body bushings in it, stuff like that. Somebody cut this up. This is like the scuff plate for the rear of like a Equinox or something. Somebody cut this up. If it bothers me, I will patch it. You can see it's a real irregular cut, and that was their attempt to hide it. I'll probably wind up cutting it further though myself, to set a winch in here. So we'll see. So it means I'll have to cut that up. Underneath, the mounts are also flipped. Even though it's clearly an OBS ranch hand, the mounts should be on the inside. They've been cut and welded on the outside, so they had it on something else. Daryl is outside today because I'm gonna actually take the beautiful weather. It's mid-January in central Michigan where it should be 5 degrees. It's 45. That is my dumpster fire 6-liter, and I'm actually going to take that out back and throw it under a tarp and put this 7.3 on that stand so I can flip it and do the oil pan and get the front cover off and get that stuff powder coated. I'm going to do that today. This stain is from Daryl, drips out of the dipstick seal on the 4L80. Peanut, quit. This I will be making a biodiesel processor out of. I don't show my whole life on YouTube. I think people can understand that and appreciate it and understand and appreciate why, but I do want to go through this process with you guys, so I picked this up for $40 on Marketplace a couple weeks ago, and I'll be running through that. Part of the problem is that the temperature is so cold. The reserves that I have two more of these elsewhere. Everything's frozen solid, so I don't know when that'll be. Probably when the average is up above 50. But another thing, there's two current issues with the C10, which is the turbocharged 6-liter. One is it doesn't seem to be building boost. I don't register it on the map. I never see it driving on a foot brake. I never see it build boost. I never hear the turbo. This turbo has been on this truck before, so I'm a little bit confused as to what the deal is exactly. It's not leaking exhaust. It runs pretty rough. I haven't tuned it yet or had it on the dyno. It hasn't been worth my time to tune it, as long as it's running like poo-poo. But I went through it yesterday and I checked all the connections. I checked the grounds. I checked the coil packs. I made sure the injectors were wired right. At some point today, I'm going to take my IR gun and make sure it's firing on all cylinders. The other issue is it's running batteries dead for Lord knows what reason. So over the winter, once I have the 7.3 up on the stand and I pull this back in, which will happen today, I'm not crazy about the fender exit. This is a thing that I did because it was kind of funny, and also this fender is supposed to be replaced. That's why I keep painting it random colors, same as that door. The original fender and doors, both doors for this truck, are in a storage unit. So I think over the winter I might, if I can't figure out why it's not building boost, this is a GT45. I'm just going to replace it with a 7875 off eBay for 250 bucks and kind of move on. It spins, it doesn't win. You know, I can feel it putting out air, it's just not building boost, so I don't. Also, the wastegate's like open at idle, which probably shouldn't be, but I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what I screwed up, but if I can't narrow it down, like I said, I'm just gonna pull the thing off. There's plenty of room for a normal downpipe, though. I really, it's not a race truck. Also, the other thing is it runs batteries flat dead since I put the Holly on it. So I don't know. I must have something hooked up wrong. We'll see. I have to figure that out. What's the last thing I wanted to tell you yet? Oh, Marv is going to get a ZF5. Way back over here is the E4OD. I took this entire thing apart and I never found anything wrong with it. Every clutch plate in it looks good. There's no reason why it wouldn't have forward gears, but it did not have forward gears. Like, nothing was burned, nothing was tore up. I don't know why it wasn't working. And since I don't know why it wasn't working, I'm really strongly tempted to, well, I looked for another unit, right? I don't mind taking stuff apart and putting it back together when I know what's wrong with it, right? With a transmission case, if I can't see the clutch pack failure or whatever, I guess I don't know that the case is good. And then 7.3 cases are specific to a 7.3, so they go for $1 billion. And actually, since my cab is a manual cab, I already have the pedals, I already have the cover, I already have most of the parts I need. So I can go get a ZF5 for 750 bucks, and it'll be plenty, it'll handle all the power, it shouldn't be a problem. Or I can put together my E4OD and hope for the best. I'm kind of still a little bit on the fence about it, but not really. I'm leaning pretty heavily towards just throwing that crap away and putting the ZF5 in it. So it'll make me have to build a cross member. I don't have a cross member, and I'd be buying the ZF5 from the junkyard, but I don't know, we'll see. I also got this little cart that I'm going to work out today. I'm actually going to put my plasma cutter down there. I got this from Northern Tool, and I had never been to a Northern Tool before a couple weeks ago. We went to Fort Wayne, and I had the opportunity to stop by one, and it was really cool. They have much nicer stuff than Harbor Freight. This was 125 bucks. The top opens. I said I'm going to put the plasma cutter down below, and then I can use it as a laptop stand for the top. Keep my consumables and stuff in there. Yeah. I got my new powder coating rack built over there. I got my new powder coating booth built over there. I fixed my door up on my powder coating oven. I still need to seal it up. I don't do a lot of private powder coating for like individuals. I do have a contract where I make these little brackets and widgets. Well, a couple contracts. And they're just a straight black powder coat. And that makes enough money to pay the rent up here, so I don't really care. I guess Peanut has to poop. Oh, the Toyota, I have not taken the head off yet. I hoped that I might be able to do that today because it's a nice day out, but obviously I'm going to spend it doing other things. Until I take the head off that, I don't really want to drop the new head off. I'm pretty confident that it's probably cracked or a pre-chamber is loose. I don't want to take the head to the machine shop until the new head to the machine shop until I know. And then the Dodge here, same as always. People want to buy it, they never show up. I kind of toyed around with the idea of converting it to 4-wheel drive and putting the dumpster fire engine in it with a carb and a 4-speed. I don't know. I'm not really into the truck, so like I've said a million times, it's probably just going to keep sitting there. I'm going to keep filling it with crap until I scrap it. My tax guy told me to scrap it and write it off. So, you know, we'll see. But I'm going to get to work. I will kind of update you guys on how this goes, especially that engine stand. And I'll bring you back when I have it squared away. All right, I've accomplished most of what I wanted to today. Got my oil pan off, got this on the engine stand from Jegs. That's the same one that I used to rebuild my Mercedes. It's really helpful in not breaking your fucking arm when you go to flip a 1,000-pound engine over. I just threw a battery in Daryl and we'll fire the old boy up. Pulling back up inside. And then check the cylinders and see if any of them are colder. It's been a long day. I'm glad I'm having ribs for dinner tonight though. Sigh. Let me bring you guys back. Alright, so I got one of the batteries for Marv up there. I think that interstate is dead. I'd say almost certainly that interstate is dead. So I can't really close the hood. I think you can hear that it's not running like it should be. It definitely seems as if it's not hitting on all cylinders. Alright, I don't really know any more than I did before, except I know all the cylinders are firing and I burned myself and that sucked. The wastegate's opening more than I feel like it should at idle. I learned that. The turbo still spins. I can still feel air from the output. It's still not reading any boost, even when I foot brake it until the tires break loose. So I have to dig into that over the winter. Of course, I got this going on, and I don't know, every day is a new day. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. I'm gonna go eat my ribs and cry into my beer, and I'll see you guys next time on The Driveway Engineer.